Hey, I have a question for everybody out there watching about stance width, and I'm going to ask it right after this. Hey, I'm on a mission to hit the ball longer and straighter than ever before, from tee all the way through to green, and I hope I can help you too. So take a guess as to the number one exercise or motion that most highly correlates to club head speed. Well, if you guessed vertical leap, then you're right. Vertical leap has the highest correlation to club head speed, probably due to the fact that you're engaging with the ground and producing ground forces in a really explosive manner, like this. Now, you've heard lots of other teachers and people on TV talk about maxing your ground forces, but of course, how are we supposed to do that? It seems like such an esoteric concept, like only the guys on TV know how to do it. Well, here's one way to hack into that idea. Try this for yourself at home. Get ready to jump as high as you can and see where you land, okay? I'll bet that your stance width is not any wider than your hips. So that is the way that you instinctively create the most lift on your jump, therefore the most ground forces. Now, try that same thing with your feet really wide apart and see if you can jump as high. You probably can't. And it is especially not the natural way you would land. Let's say if you were jumping off of a ladder or off of a bench or something, you were going to land. You would not land like this. You would land like this. And this is because when you're landing, you're absorbing all your body weight going into the ground. Again, you're producing ground forces to resist collapsing into the ground and straightening back up again. So if producing the most ground forces in the golf swing is one of the primary factors on club head speed and distance, then why on earth would we teach people to have a stance this wide? So if we simply can't produce the same amount of ground forces with this wide stance, what I want to know is that why would we teach golfers or golfers out there, why would you employ such a wide stance in order to go for power? Yes, I know it seems intuitive and it's what we've been taught forever and ever, but when you can't produce as much ground force, obviously this way, why would we employ it? Now, I'm open to the questions out there, especially people who have backgrounds in biomechanics. Maybe you can answer me why this in a golf swing will suddenly magically produce max ground forces when it doesn't in a vertical jump. And everybody else, well, I'd love to hear your comments down below too. Now, I'm a big advocate of not taking a super wide stance on the driver, but more heels underneath hip bones and not much wider than that, which puts me, for the most part, right about here. As my mentor Mike Austin used to say, it's not how far you shift your weight from one foot to the other, but how quickly you shift your weight from one foot to the other that really counts. Hey, thanks again for tuning into the channel. I look forward to all your feedback. And if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody take good care.
Oh.